Hello everybody, this is Allshouse Gaming and welcome back to the final episode of the Henry Stickmin collection. In the previous episode, we finished off all the storylines from completing the mission, with what I feel is the most satisfying and most sensible of them being the Top Hat King ending. However, there are still some things we're missing. We're missing several bios and we're missing 3 achievements. One of which is the one for getting the bios, one that I forgot to go back for, and one is a special one that I will be saving for last. There's a bunch of bios. I've got a good idea where most of the ones we're missing are. This one is most likely during the clean them out, when you're on the train. Let's see. This one's during special Brovard Ops. This one is from the, I believe the ending of... Not Special Brovard Ops. Bounty Hunter? Masterful Bounty Hunter? And these 4 from the Jewel Baron ending. Well, towards the ending. Let's see... This one's from the end of Valiant Hero, so unfortunately we're gonna have to see this one again. This one's during Freeman. And the remainder... Well, no, this one's from towards the ending of Top Hat King. No, Top Hat for Life. And the rest of them are from that dancing scene in Triple Threat. But before we get to that, there is one fail that for some reason didn't record properly. I don't know why. But I'm going to show that right now. Then we're going to get that achievement, and then we're going to try and get the rest of those bios. Let's see. It's rapidly promoted executive. Ah, here we are. It was the Ellie fail.
Don't let him get through, man.
We've got company.
Shooting from a moving vehicle is actually really hard, especially if you're supposed to be driving. Okay, now, we may as well do this. Let's see, presumed dead. During orbital hole, hot knife.
Feel that button there on your helmet? Go ahead and press that. It's a knife that's so hot it can cut through any material. You dropped it, didn't you?
Butterfingers? Okay then. And now we've got to get through the ending of that. Once more. Because there's the guy towards the end of it that we forgot to get the bio of. Oh wait, wrong one.
Reverse thruster engaged.
Well, that was intense. Can't wait to go home.
Don't worry about it. I'll find another way.
Henry? You there? Man, that roughed me up. Got him, though. There's gotta be another escape pod around here somewhere. We did it, though. We got him. It was a pretty good plan. Could say it was the greatest.
Oh, it doesn't get any easier.
General, the Top Hat station's been destroyed. Excellent news. What's wrong?
Okay then, next up we're going to go for clean them out, which I believe... Yep.
Well, I suppose we should hop in. It's about time. Alright, I'll get the door. You were standing right Someone next there? Hey, you there!
There we go. Figured I missed someone here. Let's see, what was the one I said next? Let's see. Oh, and before we get that last special achievement, I'm going to be going through all of these bios. Special Brovard Ops. No. Was government supported, and yep. Got to do the trapeze.
Alright, Henry, go ahead and grab onto the thing, and then I'll helicopter you across.
There he is.
Oh man, it looks like every member of the Topak clan is on here. So, looking at a schematic here, if you get to the engine room, you can shut down the engine, and then the rocket won't be able to take off, and then they'll all be stuck in here. So, I'll cause a distraction while you make a run for it to the engine room, got it?
Okay. Let's see, who are we missing next? Yeah, it looks like it's during the ending of Bounty Hunter 1. Let's see, Relentless Bounty Hunter. It's not Ghost Inmate. If I had to guess, I'd say it's towards the end. Yeah, that figures. Okay, be right back. Looks like we're gonna have to do that one in non-full screen. Okay, let's keep an eye out. Gonna be a soldier with a rifle and a goatee.
We've got him. Put out the signal. Attention all Topaks. We've captured your leader.
They got
Surrender
him.
now.
What do we do? Yo, we is needing like a new boss man. Come on, man, I'll lead us through this. No, I will. Is anyone there?
Ah.
We need to take off immediately.
Who put you in charge?
Alright, but you saw him,
Gotta
right?
get the group that surrendered here.
In which case, I'll just grab him.
Good job, Henry. Thanks to your captures, the Topaks panicked, and we were able to prevent the rocket from launching. A few members escaped, but they're all in small groups now. They won't be causing us any significant problems.
You know, bounty hunting really suits you. Ever think about going pro?
Alright, let's try that once more. I'll see you guys on the other side, because I'm hoping you saw him. Okay. Managed to get him that time around. Oh. What was next? Was Jewel Baron. And I may as well stay in small screen for that. See, nope. I'm dead, no. Ghost Inmate, that was it.
Rado.
I believe there's a guy running around that we need to grab during this scene.
Right-hand man, what happened? What's going on?
Breach in Orion Lounge. Find him!
Got him.
Can't let him get away with this again, not twice!
Hey, Chief, we spotted him outside.
Get him! Stop him! Fire Supreme Dominance now! Whoa. Okay. Charging up Supreme Dominance for you.
I wonder, has it reset so I can show this off?
Dominance now!
Yeah, it has.
Whoa. Okay. Charging up Supreme Dominance for you.
Yeah, that's basically what you get if you haven't set it up earlier with the save state. Alright, now we also need to get the 3 soldiers that show up in the ending.
Time to go. Not you. Curse you!
Breaking news. The Topet orbital station has been completely destroyed. We are unsure of the exact details at the moment. Several escape pods have been seen entering the atmosphere. The Topet Chief's escape pod was found, but there is nobody inside. Government forces state they do not know whether he survived.
Jewel Baron. Okay, what was next? Relentless Bounty Hunter, Ghost Inmate, I believe? Yeah, we need to get this guy once we start running for the armory. And then, after that... Rapidly promoted, presumed dead, probably after we send in the egg based on the other bios. And then it's just going to be the dance scene over and over again. Alright, well, in that case, let me get back to full screen. And just to make certain... Yeah. Let's see... Alright, metal hat. No, wait, I think it was actually the zapper we needed to get.
Advised, Henry's escaped. He's on his way towards the main cabin now, coming from Wing 7.
Yeah, so we already got this guy.
He's locked himself in Armory 7.
Who left this open?
I need an update on that Henry situation.
He's got one of our guns! He's after us like crazy, we can't stop him!
Do I gotta do everything around here? Hello? You should have stayed in your cell.
Well, that's not gonna matter, because I ain't sticking on this timeline. Okay. Let's see, presumed dead, CCC mobile unit. We are not doing this. This is actually what I'm saving for last. And let me just make sure I know what to look for. Guy with both a helmet and a hat, looking to the left with a rifle.
That's right. General, whoa, what's going on? I have no idea. There's no way we can do the mission now.
There he is.
This is the General. I'm calling in a full retreat. Repeat, the mission is a no-go.
Hey, Chief? Yeah, we got a tank approaching with Henry inside.
Henry, you're here? What are you doing in a tank?
Repeat, Top Hat raid has been aborted. Fall back.
You protected the clan. Yeah, the future of the Top Hat clan looks bright with you as our leader.
Okay. And I believe with that, all that remains in bios, yep, is the dancing scene from the Triple Threat, which was government-supported investigator.
Yo!
Situation sorted.
Guys, the rocket's launching. We gotta do something before they get into orbit.
We need to come up with a plan. Quick.
Well, my plan is to repeat that scene because we definitely missed a few people. And I think we might actually have to do the previous scene. Let's see, this guy doing a worm, this individual. Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to do the previous scene. Wrong one.
Right here, combo time.
I gotcha.
Couldn't resist. High five, bro.
Right here, combo time.
Funny story, this cannon was actually built to fire humans. It's kind of weird.
Hold on to your butts. Direct hit. Now guys, you gotta stop that rocket from taking off.
Got a little bit of a situation.
Okay. Let's see.
Yo!
Situation sorted.
Okay, got the guy doing the worm. Think I might have missed the guy raising the roof.
We gotta do something before they get into orbit.
We need to come up with a plan. Quick.
Huh.
Yeah, he was one of the last guys who showed up. Okay, once more, because I still haven't seen where they are. Well,
Yo,
one of
yo.
them, yes. There's that one. And that was it. Allies and enemies. Find all CTM bios.
Situation sorted.
And before we get that last special, I think it's time we went over the bios.
We gotta do something before they get into orbit.
One
We need
last
to come up with a
time.
plan. Quick.
Huh.
Here's the plan. Alright. Henry Stickmin. What could happen next? Reginald Copperbottom, being the leader of the Top Hat clan, is something he takes a lot of pride in. Right-hand man reborn. His defeat by Henry left him in bad shape. Cybernetic surgery brought him back, stronger than ever before. Ellie Rose. After escaping from the wall, things have really opened up. What is in store for her? Zany antics at Henry's side. Liam Rogers, an elite helicopter pilot. He usually calls dibs on the bigger helicopters. Howard Lipton. If he doesn't have his morning tea, then he is completely useless in the field. Norm Hexter, tech specialist in the government's ranks. He designs this EMP system. Frankie Pizza. He dreamed of playing for the Boston Celtics, but his basketball skills were never good enough. Jack Dugan, a sniper from New Zealand. He was specifically recruited by the Top Hat clan in the Avengers-esque end credits scene. Vance Kite. He's heard it all. Don't try to talk your way out of an arrest with this guy. Victorian Grit, one of the strongest captains in the Top Hat raid. She has several successful missions under her belt. Until now. Gerald Gruff. His voice is about 2 octaves below average. Billy Brown. For 7 years, he's never washed behind his ears. Orban Lamp. He's very high-strung. Being a soldier might not be a good career path for him. Dan D. Lyons. He's found the perfect combination of laundry detergents. The scent is the most amazing thing. Shame it died with him. Ollie and Doran. He's addicted to baking shows. He always tries to bake along, but fails after 10 minutes. Temu Suomi? He grew up in Finland, so he doesn't require sunlight to function properly. June July. She was born in August. Lucas Broomhandle. The youngest of 5 siblings. He takes to a new hobby every week. Major Herschel Panzer. This is the first time this combat suit is in the field. He has a son working hard in the police force. Panzer, huh? Sounds familiar. Gary Atrix. He's getting up there in age, but he's still as spry and any youngin in the squad. Pretty sure that should say spry as any youngin in the squad. Merle Goldenfold. He's always wanted to grow a cool beard, but it never quite comes in all the way. Anthony Lee. When he was 3, he ate a bumblebee. Frederick Munster. His hat is literally made of cheese. Nobody will bunk with him. All part of the plan. Smooshed Sammy. His first day in the Top Hat clan, he fell on his hat and it got smooshed. The name just kinda stuck. Jim Pulp. He's the type of person that always passes out on a trip. Filbert. He's part of the checkpoint inspection team, but he really wanted to just sit on the train. Thomas Chips. His father, Alan, is the co-founder of the Electronics Entertainment Expo. Captain H.J. Canterbury. He's one of the men in charge of information gathering. He has a brother who works in the police force. Yeah, I remember him. Wasn't he the... Where is he? Yep, Captain Roland Canterbury. Nice touch. Pablo Sleuth, an ace detective in the Top Hat ranks. There's no problem he can't eventually solve, and he's always armed. Darius Johnsonite. He is a gemstone appraiser within the Top Hat clan. He evaluates how much their stolen gems are worth. Mr. Job. He was going to start his own computer business, but was beat to the punch by someone with the same name. Joan Scone. Hold the phone. Is that Joan Scone, the one that owns all the loans? Al the Pal. His high charisma made him a valuable member of the clan. Nobody has ever reported having issues with him. Stanley Grass. He has 2 blades of grass growing out of the top of his head, and he's very sensitive about it. Perry Sherman. He likes collecting the bottles from all the patrons. He works a long shift every day, so he's usually pretty pooped. Helmut Vikov. Fresh out of a bar fight. He's been laying there for a solid 3 hours. And nobody's checked on him, huh? Sten Ludgren. A regular at this establishment. He comes in every day to read the newspaper and have a cup of coffee. Icepick. Since he's stationed in a snowy environment, he wanted a cool nickname. Now he's stuck with it. Wallace Dagwood. He used to be on the front lines, but took a bad hit to the face. He's been running more of a support role since. Mysterious Vagabond. A drifter who's come into town lately. Seems like he's not just passing through. Kane West. He was in the music production business, but one plagiarism accusation later he gave up and joined the Top Hats. Right-hand man. He still serves as Reginald's number 2. His extreme loyalty is what a Top Hat member should strive for. Sal Malone. He used to be in the Mafia, but wanted to branch out because he felt there were already too many Italians. Mr. Lincoln. He's not related to the president. He just looks a lot like him. Carlos Candela. He's bad at pool. Like, really bad at pool. I mean, just look at that technique. Just sad. I mean, he's... Yeah, that's actually pretty bad. B. Hampton, the head concierge at the Stickmin Space Resort. He was one of the first Top Hats to convert and helped with the transition of the others. Henry Stickmin. He kept getting harassed for being a criminal. Eventually, he became fed up and joined the Top Hats to make it true. Paddy Pride. Purple is his favorite drink. Whitehead. He wanted to be named after a snake, but most people just think of pimples when they hear his name. Elizabeth Green. She's here on her honeymoon, one of the Stickmin Space Resort's most common bookings. Lars Green. He's here with his wife for their honeymoon. Both of them have always wanted to go to space. Snowcap. He picked a far-off station so that he wouldn't need to do much work. Clement Warrentine. He was fed up driving trucks for a living, so he turned to smuggling. Now he's one of the Top Hat's best drivers. Mr. Macbeth. He's often been compared to an ape, which he takes as a compliment. He hates it when people don't take him seriously. Larry the Guy. Why are you asking about cables? He doesn't know anything about that. Bartholomew. An opera singer who was refused payment after a show. The Top Hat clan offered him the revenge he was seeking. M.F. Jones. If you mess with him, he will mess you up. His full name is Millhouse Fillmore Jones. Mathilda Ivy. She has probably the coolest hair out of any Top Hat member, and she knows it. Blast Connors. His ego is one of the biggest in the entire Top Hat clan. Grunt. You showed up to the Top Hat clan dressed like this. They're not going to turn down a great fighter, though. Mischievous Martin, part of the planning division in the Top Hat clan. He used to run legendary pranks. Mr. Teal. He thinks his hat is teal, but it's more of a cyan, really. Don Miguel. His RPG character owns a magical shop. Or was it a ship? General Gale Force. The results of the airship raid seem to have led to a large promotion. He's now a specialist in dealing with the Top Hats. The Witch, the Top Hat clan's main herbalist. She's totally embraced her nickname, so she can be rather odd. Louis G. Even though he's taller, he's always been in his brother's shadow. He really doesn't mind, though. Marty O. Every time he jumps, he makes a super loud noise, like a tennis player. Smoka Tyson. A chain smoker if I ever saw one. He smokes a pack an hour, but it gives him some kind of power. Charles Calvin. He is experienced with multiple different types of flying vehicles. He gets brought in for special missions only. Sheriff. Just one of the many political figures the Top Hat clan has in their pocket. The Ruffian. He's usually out on the front lines for the Top Hat clan. His hat has taken a lot of damage over the years. Tin Tin Tin. He can only say one word. The details are unclear, but I think time travel is involved. John Hunter. He loves rock, paper, scissors, but always throws rock. Losing never crushes his spirit, though. Ken Janpon. He's got a hole in his face and is a master of rock, paper, scissors. People feel weaker after losing to him. That's a hole? I thought it was a bowl. Talon Circus. He was recruited out of the circus. He's an acrobatic wizard and really difficult to deal with in a fight. Five Eyes. He wears glasses, so he should be called Four Eyes. There's the fifth eye. Not sure we want to know. Bucket Hat. Bucket Hat. Stu Pendles. A series of events has caused him to owe money to Carol Cross. This is very bad for him. Carol Cross, one of the higher-ups in the clan. She is extremely strict and, by the books. You don't want to cross her. Crusher. He can crush an apple in his bare hand. That's about it. The Magician. You can pull your spleen right out of his hat. He used to be a professional wrestler, but that ended very poorly. Mr. Fatlip. He's got a pretty bad lisp. He's not actually a big fan of his nickname, but it's really hard to change these things. Scar. He dibs to the name after the previous Scar was defeated. Eduardo Giancarlo. Master pickpocket. He actually sought out the Top Hat clan and joined them. Usually it's the other way around. Smokestack. People think the nickname is because of the hat, but he's actually a pyromaniac. Hannibal Burns. You can never tell if he's paying attention because he always looks so relaxed. Topbot. Top-of-the-line robot built for missions that go hot. Jeff Costanza. He's very neurotic and constantly causing problems for himself. Jeremy Steinfeld. He lives in an apartment in New York and wonders what the deal with everything is. Dusty. He had one of the longest runs as leader of the Top Hats. He moved so slowly, people often thought he was dead. Cloudface. He lost his position as leader because people couldn't understand his commands through his beard. Randy Radman. Ran the Top Hat clan through the party era. Things were a blast until they were bankrupt. Reynaldo the Brute. One of the fiercest leaders the Top Hat clan has ever had. Unfortunately, he was lost in combat. Sir Wilford IV. He defeated the previous leader to claim the title. He despises incompetence. Jacques Kensington. A bit of an eccentric leader. He always walked around with his golden deagle in his hand. Looks more like a 1911. Or a Glock, potentially? Red Crimson. He thinks his name is awesome, but it's pretty redundant if you ask me. Earrings. Her earrings function for battle purposes besides looks. They can blind people with a bright flash. Mr. Skyscraper. He's got a tall hat, so of course he needs a tall nickname. Terrence Suave. One of the worst leaders the Top Hat clan has ever had. He would launch raids that made no sense. Just for the thrill. Sven Svensson. He took over leadership when the previous leader and right-hand man went missing, aka got arrested. Gus Bricks. Hit the bricks, pal, you're done. He said that joke about 80 times during the arrests. Sir Hattie. He's always crying. People think it's from the loss of his old friends. Chip Crumb. He's got some crappy second-hand top hat when he joined. He's really been rethinking his membership lately. Brian Reynolds. He could have been a model, but he wanted to do something more important with his life. Howie Howitzer. He was an orphan taken in by the Top Hat clan. They gave him a name in hopes he'd live up to it. He hasn't. Mr. Goldblum. He used to be a CEO before he was found embezzling funds to the Top Hat clan. Amelia Turtle Esteban, a demolitions expert. She loves blowing stuff up and hates when things take too long. Gordon Eel Banks, a tech wizard. If it's electronic, he can work his magic. John Frog Pilkskin, a master when it comes to stealth and infiltration. Greh. Pinkman. He's not affiliated with any chemistry teachers or cartels. He just has a pink hat. Ambert Downs. This is his first tour and he knew it would be a doozy. Rupert Price. He's been going on more and more intense missions ever since his police days. Yeah, quite the recurring character. Bort Sampson. He thought he had a unique name, but he's met at least 5 other Borts. Mr. Thick. One of the Top Hat's best chefs. He makes the fattest burgers and juiciest steaks. I really gotta stop dealing with food stuff when I'm recording. Right-hand man Blue. He's been rewired to protect Henry at all costs. The Top Hat loyalty is so deep. Can it really be completely removed? Absolutely not. Antonidas Sparta. He can kick through a solid steel beam with ease. Wow, I'm surprised Henry didn't just snap in half when he kicked him. Ali Jean. He be like wicked mental. Big up yourself. The Leprechaun. He's totally embraces his appearance. He's even adopted a terrible fake Irish accent to complete the ensemble. Peanut. It's ironic because he has a peanut allergy. Steve Willis. He doesn't do combat at all, but he's often needed to run as support. Wayne the Stone Jensen. Headstrong. He's been wanting to take leadership for a while. He just hasn't found the right opportunity. Rock Cool Steve Dallas. He's been waiting for a leadership position to open up. He's not going to let it slip out from under him now. Dill Tally. He's always wanted to go on a stealth mission. He tries to be stealthy in every mission. He goes on to make up for it. Explains why we only get about a second, if that, to click him. Alice Hamilton. The evening reporter at BCC. She's a fairly new reporter, but she's been doing a great job. Tane Flargunstow. His hat wobble technique is something to behold. Bloodhound, a master at hunting down people and objects. He is the guy responsible for filling up the brig with bounties. Wilhelm Krieghaus. He's been a Top Hat member for over 40 years. His English has improved throughout the years, but he still has an accent. The Marble Man. He's not strong like Marble. He just likes marbles. Bert Curtis, the head of communications in the Top Hat clan. He's the liaison between the leaders and the rest of the recon team. Sarah Conifers. She's a firm believer that AI will one day try to take over the world. Waxwell Gex. His parents named him after a lizard. Or was it a gecko? Pendle Toad. His favorite ice cream is Rocky Road. Elmer Paisano. He moved out to the middle of nowhere to start fresh. I don't think it's going so well. Marcus Bloodbird. Talk like this he does. Not sure why I am. Gene Fredrickson. He used to be a mayor, but fled when plans to smuggle a large diamond out of a museum were uncovered. Bob Henry stealing it. Arnold Schwartz. An elite Top Hat member. His commanding voice is perfect for leading men into battle. Hazmat. He really wants a hazmat suit. He's preemptively claimed this name, but who knows how long it'll take to get the suit. Mr. Villain. He speaks and behaves like a 1920s movie villain. I don't know if that started before or after he joined the Top Hats. Gremlin. She's extremely scrappy and feisty. It's rumored she grew up on her own in the woods. Albert Poshley, one of the wealthiest Top Hat members. He tends to fund most of the expensive operations for high profit. Jack Hume, man. An up-and-coming member in the Top Hat clan. He has yet to make a name for himself. Paul Ascot. His entire career has just been delivering bad news. Which kind of makes the fact that the general has no idea what's going on kind of weird. Holy cap, the hole in his hat was caused by the laser incident. The bookie, the man in charge of cooking the books for the Top Hat clan. He's a big stickler for rules and keeping things in order. Mac Dandy, his forgery skills are top of the line. His forged paintings are a big source of income for the Top Hat clan. Reference, a short-range spirit. If you are punched by him, you are sent into an alternate timeline. You can also swap places with Henry. Dr. Vin Schippenstein. Silstein. Solo practitioner that specializes in cybernetic surgery. She travels the world in her boat, which doubles as her workstation. Fred Finestone. He always runs around barefoot and shouts a super loud catchphrase. People tend to avoid him. Really? Looks like he's got some shoes right there. Chuck Wellington. His great-grandfather is the inventor of beef. Allegedly. Hambag. He was down on his luck selling ham out of a bag when he was found by the Top Hats. Blueberry. He only eats blueberries. Nobody has ever seen him eat anything else. Charles Chestershire. He preferred it when Henry was the leader of the Top Hat clan. Hat Girl. She just kinda appeared and joined the ranks. People have said they saw her in a spaceship or something. Handsome Harold. He's in charge of keeping the Top Hat's collection of information organized. Floyd Winters. Unfortunately, his friend Harry doesn't show up in this game. Alfonso Cruz. Pronouncing the sh sound is very important. He gets offended if you pronounce it Alfonso. Okay, Alfonso. Barbershop Bill. Even though he wears a barbershop hat, he sucks at cutting hair and is even worse at singing a cappella. Misdemeanor. She's very proud of her name, but she was too lazy to check if it's been used before. Jeffrey Plum. He's always been an ideas guy. His head is just big, though. It's not because of an extra-large brain. Dave Pampa. He's spent a long time in a Top Hat cell. His life will probably never be the same. Mateo Gertchev. One of three people at the wall that actually knows how to operate a tank. Dmitry Johannes Petrov. He lost quite a few teeth in the escape incident, so he now speaks with a lisp. 10 pence. When he joined the Top Hat clan, he only had 10p to his name. He keeps the name to remember his origins. Weak Sauce. He's been on the verge of getting kicked out of the clan multiple times. Bill Cook. Before he joined the military, he lived in a house with way too many people. Todd Tater. He used to be a Spud person, but he married into the Tater family. Or he used to be a Spudson, but he married into the Tater family. Dolan Torkov. He has a personal vendetta against the Top Hat clan, so he made sure to come on this mission. Oh, did you even know they'd end up with the Top Hats? Dima Pensky. This is his first time ever being out of the country. He didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy. Right. Mr. Angery. This guy has an actual anger problem. It doesn't help him fight or anything. It mostly just distracts everyone. Konrad Bukowski. He joined the military with his twin. They've always been on the missions as a pair. Calvin Bukowski. He joined the military with his twin. They've always been on missions as a pair. Bob Pants. His father was a pants salesman, but he broke tradition and went into the military. Paul Penn. He claims he's related to Sean Penn, but has never been able to prove it. Ivan Petro Teva. He forgot to switch out his Ushanka before coming into the jungle and sprinting up a bunch of stairs. Nancy Popo. She's been going on mountain climbing expeditions in the area. Nobody has attempted to map the mountains here. Fred Wurst. He really is just the worst. Quincy Tattlemuffin. His family's been in the Top Hat clan for generations. They've never really made a name for themselves, though. Stoneface. You'll never get an emotion out of his face. Grigory Olyat. His arm is still freshly broken after being hit by a car during the escape incident. Natasha Todden. She hangs out with her pal Travis at the tavern every week. Maybe one day she'll get the courage to ask him out. Travis DeGroot. He lost his eye in an explosives incident. He used to be a mercenary, but gave up that life when the updates stopped coming. Josh Taylor. He's really excited to be part of such a big mission. You could say he's a bit overconfident. Drake Camper, a relatively new recruit. He hasn't really learned all the ropes yet, including the ones about loose lips sinking ships. Quentin Alabaster. He's had a couple greenhorns placed under his watch, and he's sick of babysitting them. Dijon Pangelo, the main operator of Big Boy. He'd been coming to terms with not being able to pilot Big Boy into the raid today. Andrew Cobbler, the engineer in charge of Big Boy. He got stuck on an issue with it and wasn't able to fix it in time for the raid. Mad Lad. He starts his day with a nice can of Kerpow energy drink. Okay, I need a drink. My throat's getting sore. Of course, that's what happens when you try reading 222 bios after you have already been recording all morning. Hayden Brock. He gets bored easily and realized that making bets makes things more interesting. Hank Stockman. He keeps calm in any situation, or at least it appears that way because of his sweet shades. Timothy Turner. He used to have 2 imaginary friends when he was younger. He's even got the buck tooth. Brock Hollowitz. Just one more tour, then I can go home and be with my family. Ugh. Elias Botchin. He's one of the many CCC mobile units. Or he mans one of the many CCC mobile units. There are hundreds of these scattered throughout the world. Phantom. His suit allows him to turn invisible, and he's able to pinpoint locations for nuclear strikes with his rifle. Jose Gonzalez. He's been a gamer since 2008, but only plays free-to-play games. You can catch him wearing the default hat. Dr. Glass. He's not actually a doctor. Actually, nobody calls him doctor. Can we get this title changed, please? Curly Brown. One of the smartest Top Hat members. He has a PhD in cartoon logic and physics. Beans. He's just thinking about those beans. Or just thinking about those beans. Ogre Crip. He has pretty good stats for the cost. He's also pretty good with can't be targeted adapt. What? Peter Maryville. He always wears a helmet. You never know when a stray bullet might come flying. Skeeve. This guy is seedy, even for a Top Hat member. Keep this on the DL, but I heard they're planning to cut ties with him. Oof. Barry Bruh. When it comes to frantically clamoring for weapons, he can't be beat. Bia number 503. One of the many Bias. He always strives to improve his hot dog eating skills and bug collecting skills. Ellery, the fusion of Henry and Ellie. They have the fierceness of Ellie and the luck of Henry. Well, apparently it wasn't enough. Cabots. He towers over his other Top Hat members. He always engages in the pre-fight banter. Pasta Primavera. He's formed a crew here in the Top Hat clan. They all got their start in Italy. Toby Mac. This guy is too cool for school. The ladies just can't stay away. Orange Hat Kid. He thought of a dance that also works as a great exercise move. Cool Joe. He managed to make it back after being locked up at the wall for several years. Good thing there was a breakout. Popped Top. He couldn't figure out how to fix his top hat, so now people could just call him Pop Top. Part of a small Italian crew, or Figueroa Mulgitani. Part of a small Italian crew. They all joined the Top Hat clan at the same time. See, Parmesa Lasagna. Ah, damn it, that just makes me hungry. Him and his crew joined the Top Hat clan at the behest of their boss. Link. He used to be a hero, but then he took an arrow to the chest and was in the hospital for 3 weeks. Lonk. He just lost the game. So did everybody else. Crabman. He claims the batteries in his back pocket give him great dancing abilities. Siggy. His top hat is actually a giant cigarette. He's got to make sure he stays away from fire. Yeah, probably a good idea. Cowboy. He couldn't come up with a very interesting name. He just got fixated on the word cowboy, so he settled. Jonathan Bravo. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but he sounds exactly like Elvis Presley. Mr. Unstoppable. He's been extremely lucky since he joined the Top Hats. Will it last? Well, given the route this is on, probably not. Wow, we've actually run out of time. Conky Dong. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt. Tommy Partridge. You will help the Top Hat raid plans by creating animatics that break down all the details of the plan to aid success. Sleepy Dog. Hang around him too much, and you start acting funny. And that is all that, but there is one last thing we need to do. See rapidly promoted, presumed dead in the CCC. Do not reveal secret. Seriously, do not. There's nothing here. Yes, once you have gotten all fails and all endings, this pops up. Multiverse imbalance. Alert. Multiverse at capacity. Initializing multiverse defragmentation. Defragmentation complete. Warning. Anomaly detected. Correcting anomaly. Approximately 1 year ago.
Oh, a package, huh? Oi, Dave. Yep. Hey, I got a package here for someone named Henry. I love delivering packages.
Yep. That's how the package got there. Thank you for enjoying the Henry Stickmin games all these years. Oh, believe me, I've enjoyed them a great deal, and I am thankful for you to you for making them. And that is almost that. Wait a minute, why is this not golden? I have all the achievements. Weird. Okay, there we go. And with that, we have come to the end of the Henry Stickmin collection. Honestly, I expected this video to not take the entire 45 minutes, but apparently I was right to make this another episode, because getting through all those bios took forever. Yikes. But I got through all the others, so I wasn't gonna stop now. But yeah, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like. Not sure if I'm gonna be going on to Persona 3, because I don't know what's gonna be going on with my TSA stuff, and I'm not sure how to transfer save files from the emulator, because there's no way I'm going to be able to record on a PSP. But we'll see what happens. I'll think of something. Because I don't know what training with TSA is going to be like. Especially given, you know, current events. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing next for my Fridays. But anyways, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like. Subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys for whatever our next Friday series is for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching.